The internet is awash with myths about grey hair. So much misinformation out there, but seeing as it reaches all of us at some point, I am going to tell you the truth. Hello and welcome to the Hair Truth and Nothing But the Truth. New series alert here on my channel. There is so much hair misinformation out there. Hair misinformation? Yeah, that works. And it resonates with so many of you that I thought it made sense to do a new series where we focus on a different topic, a hair-related subject, every episode, packed full of information to dispel a lot of the myths, because I know that so many of you have so many questions. If you've not been here to my channel before, hello, my name's Craig. I've been hairdressing for 38 years. I still see clients in the studio in central London 4 days a week. That keeps me very busy. Love all my wonderful clients. And then I also do some work with some brands. I have a contract at the moment with Clairol. You can see all the content here on my channel. Interestingly, I don't make individually sponsored posts, and that's why I thought this series was a great idea, because I'm never going to hold something up and say, I love this, even though I don't use it, or I don't, it's never been in my ether before. I don't make that sort of content. I'm not saying that sort of content is wrong, but I'm not an influencer. I'm an educator. I also do some education with brands such as Redkin. I do some freelance education, and I do some freelance work in research and development, which is where my love of products and formulations come from. Goodness me. If you do enjoy this and find it helpful, or anything else here on my channel, it's really helpful if you do like it, if you leave a comment, or if you pass it on. And what else would you like to see in this new series, The Hair Truth and Nothing But the Truth? Let me know in the comments. Okay, that's enough. Let's get on with this. So I guess it makes sense to start off by saying what grey hair is. And it's also worth saying at this point that if you have grey hair and you love it, brilliant. And if you don't love your grey hair like me and you want to put some sort of, I blend my grey, I don't cover it before someone says, I can see your grey. But if you want to, cover your grey, blend your grey, that's good too. It's all good. Hair is a very personal thing, incredibly personal, and it's so connected to how we feel. So it's all good. Grey hair comes about from the melanocytes. Melanocytes are what creates the colour in our skin, our eyes, our hair. They're basically stem cells, and when those stem cells slow down, or ultimately they go dormant, they don't really die, but they stop producing the melanocytes, then the pigment basically depletes and stops. That's why you can get some hairs that are like growing out grey, but then they're darker on the ends. If you do have grey hair, I know I've found some hairs of mine that are like that. I'm getting grey very quickly. This is completely grey. No, I'm not going to let it fade, because I don't want to see my grey moustache. You see, that's how personal it is. It's so linked to how we feel. And it's all about feeling good, isn't it? So that's basically what grey hair is. The stem cells in the follicle stop producing pigment and the hair goes grey. But let's get into some fantastically ridiculous myths. Starting off strong with something that really is crackers in my opinion. Grey hair is not reversible. You can colour it, you can tint it, you can demi-permanent colour it, you can blend it, you can use semis to take the edge off of it, like wash-in colours. It is not reversible. It is not. I see from time to time ads popping up all over the place saying, take this supplement and your hair will return to... No, it won't. That's a flat out lie. Think of it this way, if that technology, and trust me, I know firsthand, I can't tell you why, but I know firsthand that people are desperately trying to harness that technology, that science, in order to create something that does. But I have seen these adverts for these supplements where they say, if you take this, your hair... No, it won't. It will not. And if it was out there, it would cost thousands and thousands of pounds. Now, I know that Auntie Dottie has got a story where, Susan drank from the well and then stood on her head and spun around 3 times and her hair went back to natural. That's just an old wives' tale, or, a fable or a story. It is not true. There are instances where people can have a situation in their life, or, hugely change their diet, or be on medication, and hair texture colour, density, yes, can change. But 99.9% of the time, hair cannot be reverted to its natural colour or go back from being grey to the colour it was before. Yes, that's the one. Now, this is an important one to cover, very important, because I get this a lot in comments here on my channel. If you have grey hair, any percentage of grey hair, but you colour it using a hair colour, be it a shampoo, a colour conditioner, a demi-permanent, a semi-permanent, a demi-permanent, or a permanent colour, once the hair is coloured, it is coloured. Please remember that one. Once it's coloured, it's coloured. Once it's had any sort of pigment applied to it, however soft, it is coloured. You could use like a very strong violet purple shampoo half a dozen times and it could stain your hair. You could use a washout rinse in a sachet and it could stain your hair. Once you've had an oxidative process on your hair, which is either a demi or a demi or a permanent colour, your hair is coloured. I get a lot of questions and a lot of people ask me, I've got grey hair and I've coloured it with a colour and I want to remove it and go back to my grey. That is not possible. Once dye has been deposited in the hair in some form, that's the deal. You know, you're going to have to grow it out. Of course, if you've used a softer product like a colour conditioner or a shampoo, that may fade over time, but every single head of hair accepts colour differently. And often, because grey hair is effectively a fibre without any melanocytes in it, sometimes it can accept pigment very willingly, and that means it's going to take a long time to fade. But with regarding oxidative dyes, once you've done that colour on your hair, if you then used a colour remover, it would not go back to grey, it would go back to probably to a bright orange or a kind of like very light, bright tan orangey colour. So, and everyone will be different. So once grey hair is coloured, it's coloured. Be sure that you want to do it before you do it. So how do you effectively care for your grey hair? Well, it's worth mentioning from the beginning here that people say, oh, my hair is coarse, you know, my hair is grey now and it's frizzy or it's thick. And that's not really the hair itself. The lack of melanin does have an effect on the overall condition, and it can also make the hair, make the cuticle, the protective layer on the hair, the outer shell if you like, slightly thinner, so therefore the hair is more porous. As I've already mentioned, it can accept colour very quickly. But basically, as we get older and our hair goes greyer, we also produce less oil. You know, that's not the same for everybody, but that is a lot of the time where that hair can feel drier or lacking in moisture as such. So in my opinion, the best way to care for grey hair, if you're finding that the texture has become more unmanageable, is to use things that are very slippy. You know, treatment masks that will make the hair slippery. There's a huge playlist here, there's a playlist with a lot of videos here on my channel that's called Come Shopping With Me, and we go shopping around the drugstores and we look at products. There's some high-end products in there as well, lots of recommendations. I do have one for midlife hair. I didn't want to call it menopausal hair, but you know, anyway, you can check all of those out after this. So I've got a couple of recommendations here, remembering that hair care is a very personal thing. If you want something that, if you have thick textured hair naturally and you want something to make the hair slippy, I do think, I've got it here, there's an image here on my iPad, the Garnier Ultimate Blends, the hair masks. I just think they're great. They're 98% naturally derived. They are silicone free, so if you don't like silicones, they're great for you. I do like silicones. You'll see them all over my channel platform. That's the one. But they're probably better if you have a thicker textured hair. Follow the directions on the pack, but they are really good products, sound formulas. And then if you have lighter hair, finer hair, when I say lighter, I mean finer, and you want something with silicone, this will also work for thicker textured hair too. It's the Pantene Bond Repair Intensive Hair Mask. I've mentioned that before. These are not sponsored, as I've already said at the beginning of the video. They're just formulas that are really good for making the hair feel slippy, silky, helping it to retexturize and making it smoother. So they might be things that might be good for you. You might have products that you think are great on your grey hair. I would love to know. Let me know so we can share it with our community here on my channel. And then also, if you are using a lot of heat on grey hair, I would suggest that you use a heat protector. There are tons in that Come Shopping With Me video. There's also a video that was from last year that's all about heat protectors and why you should use them. But basically, if you have grey hair, it can be more porous, it can be less protected on the outer coating, that cuticle, and it can dull the colour of your hair or make your hair go slightly off colour if you're wearing your hair as grey. So, you know, grey hair should be protected like any hair should be, but you want to take extra care to make sure it's slippy and silky and to enjoy it. Also worth mentioning that leave-in conditioners can be of all different textures, whether it's a spray, a cream, a serum. They can be really great for grey hair as well to deal with that texture. Or if you have finer grey hair, you might want to use something that gives your hair some volume on the root and then something that will protect it and condition it through the mid-lengths and ends. But in that playlist, there's something for everybody. I can't recommend you individual products if you leave a comment and say I want this for this, I can't give you a recommendation because hair care is so personal. So we have learned that grey hair needs just as much looking after as hair that isn't grey. Not necessarily anymore, but all hair needs looking after. It's a very fragile fibre. And at the end of the day, just because it doesn't have any melanin in it, those stem cells are not producing any colour, it doesn't mean that you can't have the most wondrous hair. I have loads of clients who wear their hair without hair colour and they're grey and it looks absolutely incredible. I won't be embracing mine anytime soon, but you know, each to their own. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, you know exactly what to do. Do you have, what are your thoughts on grey hair? Maybe you have grey hair yourself and you love it, or you have a question that you would like to ask me. Let me know in the comments. A huge thank you if you've got to the end of the video. What else would you like to see as well in this series? The hair truth and nothing but the truth. That would be great. That's a great one to ask. What else would you like to see in this series? We're going to try it as a series and see if everyone enjoys it. Who knows? You have to make the content and put it out there. Once again, a huge thank you for watching this. You will take lots of care and I'll see you all in the next one.